Hello, Jonathan Yowsey here, sitting here in my car thinking about a mistake I made. Yep, that's right, I made a mistake. And when you make mistakes, it's very easy to sit alone, like I am right here, and sulk and feel bad and just not like yourself generally. I made a small mistake, but it's one that I realized a lot about myself as I was thinking about it. I was over on Sunday on BYU campus doing my church responsibilities, my ecclesiastical responsibilities that I have over there. And as I was sitting there doing my work, I was feeling pretty good about what I was doing, and I came back out to my car, this car that I'm sitting in right here, and there was a ticket on the window. And it was for being parked in a drop-off only zone. And I had made the mistake of thinking, since it was Sunday and there was absolutely no pickup or drop-off activity going on at all, that I could be perfectly fine just to park my car there and walk in and go in. Well, I made a mistake. What was interesting is to see my reaction. I learned a lot about myself after I made that mistake. Is the very first thing I went to when I made that mistake is, oh, this is so dumb. I can't believe these people are doing this, and I can't believe they're doing it to people that they know are in church, that are up on campus going to meetings, and they're just slamming them. I mean, how lame is that? I'm going to call these people up and tell them that they're just the parking Nazis and just rail against them and tell them that they shouldn't be doing this to people. And whether or not that's right or wrong, I realize that it's my tendency, and I think a lot of people have this tendency, that when they make a mistake, they want to point at everyone else and they want to say, oh, that's your fault and you shouldn't be that way, or you're more wrong than I am. Well, why? I mean, I made a mistake. I parked illegally. I figured I wouldn't be a problem, but the sign is right there. It says, don't park here unless you're dropping off or picking up people. And I wasn't doing that. And I just made the decision that I'd be okay if I did that. And so I thought a lot about my reaction to that, and I think we probably all do that. And that's a small mistake. It's $15, and I'm going to go pay the ticket. I made the mistake. I'm going to go take care of that. A lot of us do that. When we make a mistake, the first thing we go to is, who do I have to blame for this? Who can I point the finger at? What if instead of pointing the finger at somebody or someone, we just said, okay, what do I need to learn from this? How can this situation serve me? And it has served me. I've learned something from this, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. Doesn't mean I'm bad. Doesn't mean the guy that wrote the ticket and put it on my window is bad. Doesn't mean that BYU, the university, their policies are bad. It just means I made a mistake, and so I learned from it. And if we can do that quickly when we make a mistake, just pick ourselves up, learn from it, and move on, I think life is a lot happier. We spend a lot less time pointing fingers at other people, pointing fingers at ourselves, and asking who's to blame. Instead, we ask, how does this serve us? How can we turn this into something positive? And then move on. Move on and don't do it again. Thanks for listening.